Dexy, I know you're gonna kill this shit.
Yo, people, what you telling me back again for another footy talk? Don's in the building. João Pedro has landed, brother. Nobody cares, blood. What you telling me?
Hey, what you saying, man? You chief hater. You know what I mean?
Listen, bro, nobody cares, man. Another
Yeah?
meaty signing, bro.
You're a chief hater, bro. We could sign Messi in his prime right now. You'll find a way to hate on it, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's meaty though.
But big up the chat, man. We're gonna have a good conversation today because I was speaking to Rants the other day. You know what I mean, people? If you tuned into Rants the other day and the watch along and that, I called this guy before he signed off, yeah? And I told him that these Portuguese feijoadas are getting dealt with, blood, yeah? They got absolutely diced and diminished and chefed up. All these words you want to use, bro, eradicated and that, bro. All these man got absolutely destroyed, bro, yeah? And I had you on the phone talking about, oh, you man haven't even been good. Yo, the game hasn't even been good.
You went to extra time with them pagans, bro. What are you talking about?
You know what I'm saying? The only reason why you didn't enjoy the game is because how much we were just bullying these guys, bro. Yeah? Bullying these guys. Sanchez barely had to make a save in the game.
Brother, it was 1-0.
Until the next half.
Brother, it was 1-0 for most of the game. What do you mean bullying?
We were fucking it up for ourselves, bro.
brother.
We were fucking it up for ourselves. Yeah. Let me even put the fan away from the mic so the people can't hear it, bro. Yeah. We should have been at least 3 goals up in that first half. You had a clearance from fucking what's his name? I think that Silver guy cleared it off the line, right? The keeper made 2 very good saves. Yeah. So we were cruising. You know what I mean? The only time really where Benfica looked a little bit dangerous in the 90 minutes, yeah, was when they cut it back to my man and he missed. That was a big miss. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But in terms of the game, we dealt with these man, bro. These man got absolutely cooked. And you know it yourself. You know it yourself, blood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You've seen how Maresca's trying to look what's something right now. A 3-man midfield. People are asking, oh, how's he going to start Palmer with all these guys that we've got in midfield, bro? Yeah. He's basically doing what he did last season with Felix. He played a diamond, bro. You know what I mean? You've got Felix and Caicedo in a little pivot there, and Enzo ahead of them.
What diamond? What? You thought that was good? The Cole Palmer on the left thing. You thought that was good?
He played well. He played well. He played well. He was basically playing. He was playing in the left half pocket, and Cucurella was overlapping.
He was, but I don't know about it though. I'm gonna be 100% in it. Like him on the half turn, he looks very good in there, Cole Palmer. But like, yeah, I don't think you should make a habit of that.
Yeah, listen, I think it's something that he's trying right now. We've seen Palmer do the same thing in the first game. I think it was it the first game? I think was it the first game? I can't remember. I think it was the first game. No, it wasn't, because Enzo didn't start that game. The second game, Palmer played on the right, and he did a similar thing where he was going into the little pocket, right? But what I like is the fact that he's already thinking how he can play a 3-man midfield without Palmer playing in there. Because we spoke about it, Bears Rants, like against the bigger teams, you know, at least Palmer, you take him out of the midfield and
the central areas, yeah,
you know what I mean. Get him on the ball a little bit more. I like the little alternations between Cucurella and Palmer as well, because sometimes it was Palmer that was stretching the pitch, and other times it was Cucurella that was stretching the pitch. Because you know, a lot of people like to say Maresca doesn't overlap the fullbacks. He did in this game. You know what I mean? There was bare times I was seeing Cucurella basically playing on the wing. You know what I'm trying to say, bro?
He was doing a lot, but he wasn't creating though, bro. I have to be honest, bro. He wasn't creating enough.
That's because his passing and his crossing was off. I didn't think Cucurella was great in this game. His end product wasn't good.
But he was still your best player though.
Cucurella?
Yeah.
Nah. It was Caicedo for me, bro. It was Caicedo for me.
Caicedo's always Caicedo, but Cucurella in attacking areas was your best player then. All right, in attacking areas. Let's not say in the whole game. He was.
I think offensively our best player was probably Palmer. And in terms of just best player defensively and offensively, I thought it was Caicedo. I thought Caicedo again.
I think Cucurella made the goalkeeper make more saves than Palmer, bro. I don't know. Palmer looked good on the half turn, running past players, but that was it. There was no end product. There was no nothing from Palmer. Like,
no end product.
There was nothing.
Wait, what? Hold on. Let's go for
the Hey, brother, listen. That game was longer than a fucking WrestleMania event, bro. That game was like 5 hours.
Broski, you're forgetting because you've just done the streams. And let me just remind you, I know it's hot in London right now as well.
Hey, brother, listen, brother, remind me, bro. I sat here, I answered the phone to you twice, brother. Like, I watched the game.
Let me remind you.
Cucurella was your best player, man.
Let me remind you, bro. Yeah.
Feel free to try rewrite history like you always do, bro.
Nah, but listen, let me remind you.
I was there, man.
Listen, let me remind you, innit? So in the first half, Palmer crossed in the ball. Someone should have been on the end of it. You even saw Palmer's reaction. He was like, yo, like, why is no one there? Yeah. There was another cross that he put in that Otamendi got his foot on. If he didn't get his foot on, bro, fucking Delap just taps that in. Yeah. Palmer nearly caught the keeper off guard as well, off the near post. He had a shot on goal, right? There was another shot that Palmer had. It wasn't the greatest shot, but Caicedo found him in a little pocket. If you remember, he turned and he shot. Yeah. If you remember the fourth goal that we scored, Dewsbury Hall, Palmer got the assist for that one, bro. Yeah. The goal that Nkuku scored, Palmer played a big part in that goal as well. He's the one that gave the ball to Caicedo. Caicedo shot and Nkuku finished it, right? So, bro, he was heavily involved in the attack. Cucurella was involved in the attack as well, but for me personally, his end product wasn't as good as Palmer's. There's a couple of times where he was given some loose passes, some loose crosses and that, but ultimately, I'm glad that I'm seeing a different dynamic on that side. Because a lot of people like to say Palmer, can't play on the left, and for me, I don't look at it like that. Yes, I prefer him on the right, but Palmer can
play on the left, but Palmer was playing in the half spaces.
Yeah,
and
he
picking
was.
and picking up similar positions, yeah, and playing similar passes to what Sancho was doing with Cucurella. And Sancho and Cucurella had a good relationship as well. So
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying was when I say left, I don't mean left wing. I mean in the left.
no, it's the left inside space. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
A lot of people
It's
like
the
to say,
inside
oh,
left
angle.
channel.
Yeah, a lot of people like to say angle bias and that, but bro, when you even go look at some of the crosses man was putting in, they were dangerous. Yeah. The season that just went, Palmer has actually created some good chances from the left-hand side as well. Remember that goal that we scored against Spurs?
Oh no, he can cross from there. Yeah, I think he put in a cross for a back post cross from there against Spurs, didn't he? He can cross. He can cross, bro.
Yep, he put in a good cross for Enzo against Spurs. Enzo scored. The goal that we scored against West Ham when it kind of got deflected in the box, that came from the left-hand side as well, right?
Yeah.
So I've got no problem with Palmer playing on the left, Palmer playing in the right, because it's only going to improve him as a player. Yeah. You don't want a situation where it's like an Odegaard, for example. You don't know what Odegaard you're going to get if you play him on the left-hand side, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because he never plays there. Whereas with Palmer, he's only added more strings to his bows. And you can't, what do you call it? I can't put him down for wanting to improve in various areas on the pitch. You know what I'm saying? That's only going to help us. So I thought that was good, man. I thought that was good. What did you think of our midfield anyway? Because our midfield was, the build-up in our midfield was cooking this game, right?
Yeah, but bro, you've got one of the best midfields in the league, if not the best midfield in the league. So, like, bro, like Chelsea's midfield don't surprise me. What surprises me is that you could spend 2 billion and your attack is dog shit, bro.
Here we go again, bro.
I'm just saying, bro.
Before we even talk about that, let's talk about the midfield first, bro. Yeah, because Lavia and Caicedo, yeah, honestly, in this game, the way they were just popping it about, the little triangles to build up play and beat that press was so nice to watch, bro. And off the ball as well, the way that we counter press Rants, yeah, is so nice. Yeah, the thing that you've got when you've got Cucurella overlapping,
you counter press, win the ball, and then there's no threat because your attack's dead, bro.
The good thing about having that pivot is it allows Cucurella to overlap. Because if you've only got, let's say you've got a midfield of Palmer, Enzo, and Caicedo, yeah, Maresca might not want to overlap the fullbacks because he's looking at it like, okay, if we get done on the transition, it's only Caicedo there, right? Whereas if you've got Caicedo and Lavia, like what we did the other day, when Cuckoo overlaps and we lose the ball, you quickly see them try to win the ball back together. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah? Say what you need to say. You know what I'm trying to say, bro? So it's like, listen, that pivot is going to be so key when we're playing against the big teams because it offers us physicality, it offers us, real build-up. And I'm telling you, bro, there's not a single team that wants to be playing against that midfield. It's hard to break through that midfield.
You are 100% right. But let me tell you something for free, yeah?
Go on.
Your team is going to struggle to score goals, bro, because the creative spark that you was telling me about, the Enzo Fabregas, all of that thing, yeah, bro, it's not working, bro.
We've created the most chances already in the Club World Cup.
Bro, forget those shit.
We've created the most chances already in here, bro.
Forget those stats, man. Like, bro, watching you, man, yeah. Brother, you don't look like a threat, bro. I'll be honest. When you're attacking, you don't look like a threat. You don't. Like, you look bad, bro. I'll be honest. You look poor, bro.
Expand on it, bro. What do you mean? What is it about us that's not a threat? Is it what we're not creating? We're not taking shots on goal? Like, what is it where you're saying we're not looking like a threat? We've created the most chances. Literally, we've created the most chances in this comp.
Brother,
we're doing it.
What I compared your game, yeah, to when Logan Paul fought Dylan Dennis, yeah. This brer went to the full distance against a guy that wasn't throwing punches, bro. How can you not knock out a man that's not throwing punches? You, man, ended up scoring those goals, yeah, at the end of the game. After all that fuckery, bro, that game was finishing 1-0, my brother.
No, but that was always gonna happen.
The game was finishing 1-0 if it wasn't for fucking Storm from the X-Men, blood. I'm telling you, brother, it was finishing 1-0.
Even if the game not finishing 1-0, even if the game was gonna finish 1-0, I was gonna walk away from that game saying, bro, we should have beaten them by more than one goal. Those four goals. Hold on. Hold on,
bro.
Hold on, bro. Let me finish my point.
What you was meant to do.
Hold on, bro. Those 3 other goals that we scored were well deserved, right? Because throughout the game, we kept maintaining pressure on these guys, bro. Maintaining pressure. But the problem that I had, especially in that first half, and even in the second half as well, was the end product wasn't great. You know what I'm saying? That final bit of quality that you need in order to score, it wasn't good, bro. And that's why I'm glad Reece James showed some real quality, bro. That's not the first time that he saved us as well.
And even that free kick was booky as well.
Buki, bro. Hold on.
Brother, it was horrible. I would have saved that, bro. It was near post, yeah, and it was like waist height. It was, bro. I'm saving that, bro.
Bro, listen, the keeper got caught. The keeper got caught because he wasn't expecting it. He wasn't expecting it. That's Reece James's IQ. That's his IQ there. That's his IQ. No, Rants. That is his IQ there, bro. He noticed that the keeper was not covering his near post, so he decided to put it in there. And when you even go watch the replay of the goal, bro, they showed the angle behind the goal. It was so accurate, bro. It was so accurate, right? If the keeper was more switched on, he might have read that chance. But at the end of the day, he didn't. Reece took the opportunity. And it's not the first time Reece has scored a good free kick. He did it against Bournemouth, right? When we really lost. Hold on.
Yeah, he's a very good striker of the football. But, bro, that free kick was meaty, bro.
That free kick was meaty.
It was meaty. You're not meant to get beat, yeah, with a free kick that low down in the goal, bro. Like,
the free kick wasn't meaty. Don't lie.
It was meaty, bro.
Accuracy for that free kick.
No, it's not no accuracy, bro. He wasn't aiming it that low, blood. He just wanted to get it over the wall, bro. It's poor.
So Reece James did that by mistake.
Well, of course he did. He didn't do that on purpose. Of course he didn't, bro. Like,
hey,
come on, bro.
This guy.
Brother, have you actually played football? Like,
hater, you know?
Man, do not take free kicks and aim them in the bottom corner ever, bro. Like,
bro, he noticed the keeper's positioning was off, so he put it in.
Didn't, man. Like, why are we adding stuff? He didn't, bro.
Listen, he took the free kick, bro.
Come on, man.
Yeah, look at the free kick he scored for England as well. You're not gonna tell me that Reece did that by mistake. You're not gonna tell me Reece did that by mistake, bro. You know that guy's got a pinpoint curl, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Brother, Reece James, yeah. Reece James is a very technically sound player, bro. He's quality. Do you know what I'm saying? He's quality, but bro, no one's telling me that he aimed that in the bottom corner, bro. No one aims a free kick over the wall in the bottom corner. That don't even make sense.
Reece does. It makes sense to Reece. And if you've seen enough whips from Reece, enough free kicks from Reece, you know that wasn't by mistake. Go remind yourself of the goal he scored for England, the accuracy of that goal as well, bruv. Yeah, that was quality. That was a quality goal, bruv.
Brother, the keeper could have saved that with his feet, blood, if the goalkeeper wasn't scratching his nuts, bruv.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the keeper's problem. That's the keeper's problem.
Like, we're not going to pretend that this was some unbelievable free kick. Bruv, it was horrible goalkeeping.
I'm not saying it was an unbelievable.
I'm not saying it was a cross. No, it was a shot. But what I'm saying is, when you shoot and you try and you take free kicks, yeah, and you get them over the wall, you do not aim, yeah, in the bottom corner, bro. Like that's just defies it.
He noticed the position of the goalkeeper.
Come on.
He noticed the position of the goalkeeper and aims to get it near post where the keeper was.
Brother, the Brett aimed over the wall. That's normally where people go, over the wall.
Oh, bro, look where the fucking free kick was. The angle of it, bro.
Precisely. So he just wanted to get it over the wall, bro.
The keeper, you know it was, yeah. The keeper wasn't expecting him to shoot from there. The keeper was not expecting him to shoot from there. The keeper was probably expecting him to cross it in. That's why he positioned himself to be like that. But Reece noticed it because he's fucking smart. He noticed that the keeper wasn't positioned correctly. So he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna hit it right in the bottom there, near post. And that's exactly what he did, bro. It was a quality goal.
My man went over the wall. The goalkeeper was scratching his nuts. I don't know why he was anywhere near where he was. That's the only place.
I just told you why. I just told you why. He was expecting a cross.
No, Don, bro. It's the only man saying expecting a cross, brother. That's poor goalkeeping in itself, bro. You shouldn't be expecting anything, blood.
It is,
you know, the ones that you shouldn't be expecting nothing. You have to look at the trajectory of the football and put yourself in a position where you can react to a cross and you can react to a shot, bro.
Broski,
this is it, bro. It was poor goalkeeping, bro.
You're talking about poor goalkeeping, but end of the day, it is a quality finish, bro. He still had to get it in the bottom of the goal, bro, in the near post, right? You're acting like he was right in front of the goal. Do you know the technique to get that in there, bro? I think you need to go remind yourself of the free kick again.
We're saying two different things. Listen, yeah. If the goalkeeper is in the position, yeah, that he's supposed to be in, yeah, and he saves that comfortably, no one's saying it was a great free kick. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Where did I say it was a great free kick? I said the accuracy was mad.
Bruv, listen. You're only talking about the quality of the free kick now because the goalkeeper fucked up, bro. You know that one.
It's our problem that the goalkeeper fucked up.
No, but my
he had more than enough time to react.
He had more than enough time to react. That I'm trying to make. You talking about you were smoking these, man. You scored one Buki free kick and that was your one goal, bro. So for all this domination you was doing, that could have been a 0-0 game, bruv. If not for a bit of shit goalkeeping. This is the point I'm trying to make. Let's not get too far away from the point. You know what I mean? The point was it was 1 fucking 0 before the weatherman saved your fucking thing and then turned the game into it looked reasonable at the end, bro. But that was a fucking 1-0 game from a shit
1-0
piece
game.
of goalkeeping.
So
That's what it was.
you watched that game. You watched that game, and your take was that it was a 1-0 game, bro. The way that
because you only scored one goal, bro.
Bro, you're being disingenuous now, bro. I even hate that word.
You were playing against a fucking team, a team that never had a shot on target, yeah, for like 70 odd minutes, yeah, and you couldn't lay more than a single glove.
And you know what's even funny? You know what's even funny about you as well, yeah? This keeper clearly is a competent enough keeper, because for him to even read that chance that Palmer had, right, was mad. Because a lot of keepers are not getting to that, bro. Palmer, that keeper there, different keepers would probably think Palmer's gonna cross that there, right? But Palmer went near post. He got a solid hand to it, right? Cucurella, the chance that Cucurella had as well, he got a solid hand to it. So clearly this keeper knows what he's doing, yeah? But he obviously thought Reece was gonna fucking cross it. That's why he was positioned the way he was. And when he clocked what was going on, it was too late. Go watch the replay again. He tried to get to the ball, but it was too late by then, because Reece noticed. Reece looked to the keeper and said, yo, his position is off. He probably thinks I'm gonna cross it there, right? Let me put it near post. And the way he whipped it, the pace of it, bro, it was hard for him to get to it. Because by then, when he's seen the ball, it's too late. It's too late, bro. So end of the day, two things can be right here. Yes, the keeper's positioning could have been better. I'm not disagreeing with that. 110%, cool, right? But end of the day, we're not going to put down. We're not going to put down. Hold on.
That angle, yeah.
We're not going
to. Are you saying it's a great
wait,
kick?
Hold on. We're not going to put down, yeah, Reece's IQ in that situation.
Hey, bro, are you saying it's a great free kick, yeah, if Sanchez concedes a free kick from that angle? Yes or no?
Say that again, bro.
Are you saying it's a great free kick if you're goalkeeper? Yeah,
bro, I'll say
you don't lie. Are we saying that's a great free kick if Sanchez concedes that?
I would say the tech and the IQ was mad. You know what I mean? I'll cook Sanchez first. I'll say, bro, Sanchez, your positioning should be better there. But end of the day, that's not an easy finish. That was not an easy free kick. That was not an easy free kick to score. Right? That's the point that I'm making. That free kick was not easy to score, bro. You know what I'm saying? If Reece had less power on that, I reckon the keeper probably gets it. If Reece put it more centrally, I reckon the keeper gets it. But the keeper couldn't get it because it was so close to the post. You go watch it again. I'm telling you, go watch the goal again, bro. Because you're sleeping on how good that free kick was. I'm telling you, the accuracy was mad, bro. Yeah. But I want to talk about our defense as well, Rants. Right? Because there's a guy right now in our defense, a Levi Colwill, who's developing right in front of us, bro. Yeah. Wow. Okay. He has been consistent for a minute right now. You know what I mean? And he needs to. People need to stop respecting this guy. Yeah. He's been solid, bro. And one thing I've always said to you with Colwill, the problem that I've had with him is he defends too much like a lighty. He's too soft. He's too nice. I wanted him to be a little bit more aggressive. That's something that I'm seeing him now adding to his game. And I have to give props to Maresca for that, because clearly Maresca is teaching him. You know, that's clearly something that Maresca's also noticed that he didn't have in his game. Yeah. There's bare examples this season already where I can think of it.
Maybe he's just got a run of games and he's building experience and he's just developing naturally as players do, and it's got nothing to do with Maresca. Maybe it's that.
It could be that. It could be that. But end of the day, it could also be Maresca saying, yo, Levi, in a situation like that, I want you to be a lot tighter. I want you to watch what Fofana does and act a similar way. You know what I mean? Because these are things that Maresca's going to be telling him and teaching him. When they're doing the whole one-to-one analysis of his game, these are things they'll be telling him, bro. There's been bare situations over the years I've been watching Colwill where he's a little bit too loose. He's letting the attackers turn on him and that. This season, bro, he's not allowing that. You know what I mean? He hasn't been allowing that for months now. He's been very, very aggressive. You know what I'm trying to say? And yeah, the black spray, I think he got rid of the black spray and that's changed man up. But I can't lie, bro. Colwill recently, he's been good. He's been playing very well, bro. Very well, man. He's been playing very well. You know what I mean?
I hear it. You know the way there, like, bruv, we're not going to agree on that Chelsea performance. I thought that game was boring. You know what I mean? And
it was boring for you because we smoked them. That's why.
No, but you didn't smoke anything, bro. Like, but I hear you. Do you know what I'm saying? I thought that the game in attacking areas, you didn't look great. For a team that spent that much money, yeah, your attack is poor, bro. Like, and it's just one of those things. Your guy Noni looks like he might be on the way out the club.
He didn't play.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And I'm seeing fresh Garnacho links today. Do you know what I mean? Run us the money, Don.
You know, it's so funny. The way you're trying to cook our attack right now after scoring 4 goals is crazy to me, you know.
Bruv, listen, we're not talking about the game no more. We're talking about the Garnacho links, bro. Do you know what I mean? Do you care to enlighten the chat?
I keep telling you, bro. I rebuke it. This guy's not coming to my club. He's not coming to my club. I don't see it, especially now with Pedro and Gittins. I don't see it personally. Bro. I can see that guy maybe even going Arsenal, if anything. You know what I'm saying?
Who going to Arsenal? Madueke.
Garnacho.
Nah, he hasn't been linked to Arsenal. Noni's been linked to Arsenal.
Wait, who's he just asked me about just them?
Yeah, Garnacho to Chelsea.
Yeah, Garnacho. Yeah, I don't see that. I don't
you
see
think
that,
because Gittins has come in, there's no chance of Garnacho? So why are you still inquiring about Garnacho? Like literally,
bro, they keep linking us to him. It's easy to do. I'll be so real, bro. But like I've said to you already, with the whole attitude thing, I don't see Chelsea guy near him right now. I don't see it, man. I don't see it, especially with Pedro there as well, bro. You know what I mean? You might need to go fleece it. You might need to go sell him somewhere else, bro. We ain't buying what you're selling. We ain't buying what you're selling right now, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, Madueke, listen, Madueke, it's looking likely that he leaves, isn't it? Like he didn't play a single minute the other day.
Is it a Newcastle thing?
I reckon it's Newcastle, man. I'd rather sell to Newcastle than Arsenal, like I've said. You know, I don't want Arsenal to have cover for Saka. Obviously, I don't want Saka to be injured again, of course not. But I don't want to help them, innit? I don't want to help them improve their squad. So if he goes to Newcastle, it is where it is. You know, they're obviously competing to get Champions League and that again, but they're not my direct ops, if that makes sense. Like, obviously, I want to win. You know, I want to win trophies and that. But if he goes Newcastle, I can stomach it more than him going Arsenal, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But I can see that though, man. They're getting a lot of players stolen from them. They tried to get in Buemo. Obviously, they tried to get who else? Pedro as well. You know what I mean? He told them that I only want Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? So, boy, Madueke, that's another option for them, man. Because again, the pool of players, Rants, ain't great. You know what I mean?
It's not. You're right.
It's going down. It's going down now, bruv.
Nah, it's nasty. That's Fabrizio saying that I'm hearing Chelsea are not done. They could add another winger. They're exploring the winger market. You signed 3 attackers last window, last summer. You signed Felix, Sancho, and Neto, and now you're trying to do 3 again. That's what I mean. Because you man keep making up, bruv. You man keep making signings to make up for your poor signings done. Like at the end of next season, we're gonna go through the list again, yeah, and we're gonna do hits and misses, yeah, and we're gonna add the new players to the misses. That's what we're doing.
Listen. Don't worry, man. Listen, we could do hits and misses come the end of this window because there's gonna be guys that are getting sold again. And I'll be real, I don't want to be selling this many players every single window because then you know that there's something that you haven't done correctly. You shouldn't be selling this many players every single summer. So I'm with you on that one, right? But when it comes to this situation here, obviously I'm seeing a few whispers right now that there's a big player that's going to ask to leave Madrid or something. I reckon it's probably Rodrigo, yeah? Put your name in the hat for Rodrigo, bro. If we bring in Rodrigo, you've got Gittins there as backup. You've got Pedro as another option in attack. I'm calm with that. You know what I mean? And you even go bring Kudus as well, bruv. I am calm with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like Gittins and Pedro is enough to go and win the league right now. I'll be so real. I feel like I need a little bit more.
Win the league. It's not even good enough to compete for the league. You know them, let alone win it, bro. Gittins and Pedro, yeah, that's a top 4, bruv. You're fighting for top 4 with everyone else.
Top 4, yeah, top 4. But in terms of actually wanting to win the league, I feel like we need a little bit more than that. Because the main 2 teams I'm looking at is Liverpool and Man City, right?
Absolutely.
But like I keep saying to the man, them, we need to add more goals in this team. Because how I'm looking at it, Rants, you add more goals to the team, that will convert to more W's, bro. Because last season, like I keep saying, our biggest problem was our finishing. You add more goals to the team, you win more games. It's as simple as that. There's bare games I was coming to you, talking to you, bro. Bournemouth, go remember Bournemouth, yeah? We had 5 big chances in the first half, right? We nearly lost that game, yeah? I can think of the games against Brentford, bro, yeah? When we played them away, we drew that game. We had some big chances. I can think of Ipswich at home. I can even think of Ipswich away, right? There's bare games I can strike off last year where I'm like, it wasn't even a defensive game. It was the attack, right? That's why I'm looking at the attack this season. It needs major improvement. Major improvement. Because
is that not what I was just saying, bro? And you was trying to shoot me down, bro. Like,
no, bro, listen. Yeah, but we're improving it though. We're improving it because I feel like Gittins and wait, you're telling me Gittins and Pedro isn't an improvement on what we've got?
Marginally it is, yes.
Explain, bro.
I'm explaining. Gittins, I don't rate the guy. And Pedro I rate, but I don't rate him mad highly. I just think he's a good player for where he was. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how much better he makes you.
But do you believe that these guys can add numbers to the team?
Numbers, potentially. Do you know what I mean? But a lot. No, but bro. What I'm saying is, when you add numbers to a team, you take numbers from somewhere else. So it's about adding numbers, to the overall tally, not just adding numbers. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's the thing though, because when I'm looking at, for example, the signing of Delap, for me, I think he's going to score a minimum of 15 goals. I've told you this already, because you're looking at the chances that are created, but I'm looking at the chances that aren't being converted. I believe that going into the season, we're going to convert more chances than last year. Because already
15's a lot. Are you sure? 15, yeah?
50, I'm calm with 15 because I'm looking at Jackson. Okay. What Jackson scored 14 goals in his first season and he scored 10 last year. And he missed like 19 big chances. So that's more than realistic, especially if Delap starting week in, week out.
No,
right?
Okay, yeah, cool.
So I'll probably say at least 15 goals for Delap.
But how many of them chances that Jackson missed did he create himself though?
Not all of them. Not
all of them, but I reckon at least a third of them. Because he can do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Delap is a better footballer than him, but he's not going to get into the same positions as Jackson because Jackson creates his own chances and he fluffs his own leg.
So does Delap, bro.
But in a different way.
Yeah, but it works for him, bro. There's many goals last season, right? You don't score 12 goals at Ipswich just getting service. Ipswich wasn't creating.
Bro, you're spot on. I understand, bro. Listen, I like Delap, innit? I think he's quality. My main thing comes from when I watch Chelsea play, when it comes to real chance creation and being able to cut teams open, I just don't see it with you guys. I know you think that Enzo's really creative and all these things, but I genuinely don't see it. I see Neto's crossing is poor. Like, I
don't understand how you're not seeing how creative Enzo is. To be
who's on the other side, bro? Like his crossing's poor. Madueke's crossing's poor. Obviously Gittins is going to play, so maybe that will add something. But I don't get this narrative that you have that Enzo's not creative, bro. Brother, he spams, bro. He's not creative, bro.
What does spamming mean?
Brother, he just puts the ball into players, bro, into areas. That's not creative, bro.
No, he doesn't just do that. He creates in many different ways.
Brother,
the goal
that Delap scored the other day.
Hilarious,
bro.
Man.
The Bray plays like Bruno, blood. Like he does.
No, he doesn't. He's got more IQ than that guy. He's got more IQ than that guy. No,
he might do, but he spams and he's a box crasher. That's what he's a spamming.
Bro, he doesn't just spam.
Bro, he's Bruno light, blood. That's what he is, bro.
I'm sorry, bro. You can't, bro. Bro. Listen, you're just again. You're hating. Bro. He doesn't just spam, right? He creates in various ways. The other day, the little pass that he played for Delap when Delap scored the goal,
brother, he passed the ball into Delap's hip bone. It wasn't a good pass, bro.
Bro, it was a good pass. It allowed him to take it.
Turned it into a great pass because he turned.
Oh, there we go. Then.
The ball. So he turned it into a good pass. It was a shit pass, bro.
How was it a shit pass, bro?
It was rubbish.
Bro, Rants, the pot. Hold on, you bang ball at a good level, yeah. You should understand.
Bro, if someone passed me the ball like that, I'll score, and I'm saying fuck you very much. I'm not saying thank you. Play it to my feet, bro. The pass that Enzo played to Delap allowed him to take it the way that he did, right? No, it didn't allow him to. He had to take it that way because the pass weren't good.
The pass was good. It was a good pass.
Bro. Come on.
It was a good pass. He played it to him in a way where it's like, yo, take it down and turn a man. That's how he gave it to him, bro. That's how he gave it to him. Yeah. Oh. And even if you even go check the way he's been trying to link up with Delap already, they've already got a connection, those two, bro. They've already got a connection. There's a thing in the fan base right now where they're looking at Enzo and Delap the way that was looking at fucking Costa and Fabregas, bro. You know what I mean? So this Enzo agenda that you've got that is not creative.
Brother, he turned that pass, into an assist, bro. This weren't no good pass, bro. You just played the ball. The ball landed into man's body at like this height. How is that ever a good pass, bro, in football, bro? It's called football. So if you don't pass the ball to my feet, blood, when I've got players around me, man can't tell me it's a good pass.
Hold on, Rants. Hold on. You already know this, bro. When you're playing football with certain man, you understand their ability, right? Yes, let me finish my point. Let me finish my point before you interrupt me. Let me finish my point before you interrupt me, yeah? The way Enzo gave the ball to him there, that to me was clearly to say, yo, bro, take it on the turn and fucking score, blood. That's how he passed it to him in that situation.
Come
That
on,
wasn't no
man.
shit pass. It was a deliberate pass because when Enzo took it, he literally scooped it over the player and gave it to Delap, bro, because he trusted him. He trusted him. Hold on, man.
There's no one
He
round
trusted
him, and he's got 3
Bro.
players there.
He trusted him to make something out of nothing. That's the point here that you're missing.
Yeah,
And
but
there's been many other passes.
Wait. This guy said, yeah, that he trusted him to make something out of nothing. So if he made something out of nothing, then it was a nothing pass.
No, bro, it was a good pass.
But you said he made something out of nothing. So
when I say nothing, hold on, let me elaborate. When I say nothing, I'm not saying. When I say nothing, I'm basically saying, yeah, it wasn't a clear-cut chance that he gave him, right? It wasn't a clear-cut.
No, it wasn't a chance.
It was a good pass. It was a good pass. It was a good pass, bro. Because
you just said it wasn't a chance.
it was a good. What do you mean? It was a good pass.
Yourself, it wasn't a chance.
Even if you don't want to talk about, okay, if you don't want to add that one as a chance created, cool, whatever. There's been other passes that Enzo's played to Delap, bro. Right? There's been other passes that Enzo's played to Delap that have been very good already. He's trying to find him in behind already. Yeah,
brother.
The amount of chances.
Enzo does the Bruno thing where he just gets the ball there. That's not being creative. Like getting the ball there is not being creative. Creative is about wait a pass. Sometimes you play the ball in. No, sometimes you play the ball in front of the player so they don't need to take a touch. That's what being creative is. Not just he's over there. Yeah, hold that. That's what man done. He's like, you're there. Let me just give you the ball, bro.
This guy's trying to say, what'd you say? I can tell Don's never played in midfield. Broski, they used to call me Ramirez. They used to call me Ronaldinho. They used to call me Kante, bro. You know what I'm saying? I even went to trials. I even went to trials for my man. I'll even tell you off stream, yeah, who it was, yeah. But broski, all these man here were trying to call me Ramirez, Kante, and that, bro. I know how to fucking play midfield, right? And Enzo, when he played that pass to Delap, that was a deliberate pass for him to take it the way that he did.
No, because he didn't know he was gonna. That was improvisation from the striker. You give the striker the credit. No, Broski, you give the striker the credit, bro. He would have passed Jackson the ball the same way. He don't care, bro. He just passes it.
If I'm playing in midfield, I'm playing as a 6 right now, yeah. There's certain, yeah, exactly. He's trying to wind me up, bro.
Bro, listen.
I'm not even
no matter who that is, he plays the ball the same way. Bruno does the same thing, bro.
This hate needs to stop.
Everyone the ball the same way, blood. Like,
Rants, hold on a second, bro. There's certain players that man's played with, yeah. If they're playing up top and I'm playing in midfield, there's certain passes I'm not going to play to them because I know their touch is going to be off. Right?
I know that's what you're saying, but I'm telling you, Enzo ain't that guy, bro.
Enzo is that guy.
Delap, yeah, and
Enzo is that guy.
Delap,
and
yeah,
you know,
hold that. That's
and do you know how I know? Do you know how I know he meant that pass? There was a player in front of him, and he chipped it over the player, and he went to
fell over, and he lifted it over him. Yes, he did mean the pass.
You see what I'm saying?
He did mean the pass, but bro, I'm telling you, it wasn't a good pass. The fact that you said that he made something out of nothing, bro. The guy turned, yeah. Whilst cushioning and spinning the ball, yeah, bro. Don't tell me Enzo knew he was gonna do that.
What did you say earlier? You said, Delap doesn't create chances for himself like that. That's a clear example of him creating a chance for himself.
I said he doesn't create chances for himself the way that Jackson does. Jackson creates a lot of chances with his running and his movement. Delap's not that kind of player. He's a different kind of player.
Wait, hold on.
Yes, now he's a different kind. It's not better movement. It's different kinds of movement, bro. No one's saying it's better and worse, bro. It's different. It's just like Nunes. It's just like Nunes got great movement for a striker, but he's a shit striker. But Nunes, if I could put Nunes's off the ball movement, yeah, with a good finisher, he'd be one of the best strikers in the world by far, bro. His movement is different. Jackson's got Nunes-esque movement, loads of busy movement, receives the ball and that, but a lot of it ends up being for no reason.
Nah, you're wilding out, man. If you go check Delap's goal catalog, go check Delap's goal catalog.
Brother, I'm a fan of Delap, so I'm not insulting Delap. I'm saying they don't play the same.
Okay, that's fine. And for me, Delap is a better striker. I'd rather start Delap than start Jackson.
Delap is a better striker.
You can love Jackson as much as you want, but for me, Delap is a better player.
Delap is a better striker, but that doesn't mean he's going to create more chances, bro. Delap's a better striker than Nunes, but Nunes will get him in more positions to score than Delap because Nunes runs more.
Not in the box.
He will.
Not in the box, man.
I don't even like Nunes, bro. Nunes probably gets more goal scoring opportunities than probably any other striker in the league.
You know that Jose Mourinho meme when he's taking off the thing off his. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like what you're saying right now about. You know what I mean?
Bro, I hear what you're saying.
How How you gonna tell me Jackson's got better movement than Delap in the box? Are you crazy?
I never said it's better movement. I said he moves more, so he creates more.
Nah, man. Listen,
he does.
There's been a couple times here where Delap, he's showing for the ball to his feet, and then hold on, he shows up for the ball to his feet. Before you know it, he runs in behind, bro. Jackson don't play like that. If Jackson wants it feet,
he doesn't.
If Jackson wants it feet,
but you can play the ball to Jackson on the halfway line, and he'll do a Cruyff turn and take on 3 players and drag the team fucking 30 yards out the pitch, bro. He's a different kind of player.
You know what's even funny? You know what's even funny? Yeah. You know, last season when it comes to progressing the ball, you know, Delap was better than Jackson at doing that, bro. Yeah, he was.
You're gonna say statistically because he played for a team, that was fucking getting pushed back every game, and then they played it out to him, and he ran away with the ball. Yeah, obviously, his styles.
But no, Jackson wasn't great on the ball last season, though. He wasn't. That's one of his main strengths. But on the ball last season, he wasn't great, bro. He wasn't great.
Done, but there's nuances to this, bro. They're playing in different teams, bro.
That's got nothing to do with the fact. That's got nothing to do with the fact that Jackson was taking some shit touches on the ball. Jackson was being wasteful of the ball. Like last season, I was not happy with Jackson's ball playing ability. In the first year, it was better. I'll be real. Yeah. And last season, there was a few examples. Like when we played against Newcastle, Jackson was on smoke that game, right? When we played against Bournemouth, he was on smoke on the ball that game. But bro, those bare games I was telling you, bro. Jackson, man, like he's slipping on the ball. His touch has been off. It hasn't been great. You know what I'm saying? So end of the day for me, bro, Delap, it's a no-brainer that he starts ahead of Jackson. And his movement is better than Jackson's as well.
He's a better footballer, period. That's just not the point. Delap, but that's not the point. Bruv, I wanted Delap at Man United. I'm not going to turn around and say that Jackson's better than him. I'm just saying, that Jackson's movement, similar to Darwin Núñez, these guys are so hyperactive and that. Them man get into loads of positions to score goals and they miss chances, but they create this space. Cavani was the same for us as well, but Cavani was a much better finisher than them.
The thing is, though, that's the thing, though. I'm telling you, bro.
Delap is a more economical mover, which means, he'll get into less positions, but he'll convert a higher percentage. But I'm not talking about less positions, bro. Nah, you'll get into more clear.
In what area are you talking about in the box?
It doesn't have to be just in the box. Look at the amount of chances that Jackson makes for you lot, in transition from the fucking halfway line. Don't have to be in the box. Jackson's an outlet, a different kind of outlet.
If you're talking about who's a better facilitator, I'll probably say, Jackson is probably a better facilitator.
Yeah, but that's part of what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, so if you want to say he's a better facilitator, cool, fair enough. But in terms of movement,
there's even layers and levels to that as well, because the way that Delap receives the ball, into his body and he brings his teammates into the game, he's better than Jackson at that. Jackson will try and turn and stuff like that. Delap will lay it off. Do you know what I mean? Drop the shoulder, spinning behind, and do all these things. He's more of an old-fashioned, forward. I think Jackson runs away and he stretches the pitch in a different way.
Listen, Jackson, bro, that guy likes to drop deep as well, man. Like when it comes to movement,
we'll see, innit? I think that Delap is gonna score probably about 13 goals. That's what I think. I don't think he's gonna get to 1 in 2 in the Premier League.
Bro, when it comes to movement, I've got to disagree with what you're saying about Jackson, bro. There's been so many. That's why I'm glad that I go to a lot of games, because I can watch this guy off the ball. And there's times where I'm like, brother, how are you not realizing that you need to be in that position there? Yeah, the guy is so reactive. There's bare times where someone will cross the ball in and he's nowhere to be seen. There's times where he can be making that near post run and he's nowhere to be seen. It's just ball watching.
100%, but that's different types of movement.
I've told you bare times. It's like he feels like he's part of the fans. You're watching the game with the fans.
Yeah, but Don, what did I say? I said, that Delap is more economical with his movement. Jackson does a lot of running, and then a lot of the time he's not in the right place, but he still runs more. This was the point I was trying to make. That's why I played him to Darwin. It's not about better movement. There's a higher volume of movement. I'm not saying it's better.
I disagree with that though, man. I think
he runs more. He does, bro.
Jackson can be static at times, man. Honestly, that guy can be static at times. That guy's frustrating. I've spoken about this bears with these guys on Blue Diaries, bro. There's times man's moving like some statue, and I'm like, brother, why are you not making that run? Yeah, and that's where it goes to IQ because Jackson.
Bro, you're just done with Jackson. I hear it, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Jackson's IQ is not like Delap's. It's not like Delap's. Even just the little, like I said, the little come to the ball, act like you coming to the ball and then running behind. I rarely ever see Jackson doing that, bro. I rarely ever see him doing that.
This is what I said, though. I said he's more economical. And he's more economical.
He's just better. Like he's just.
Yes, he is better. But I agreed with you that he's better. I just said that Jackson is a more high volume mover. So he gets these chances. It's just that's all, bro.
It is all that chaos that you're saying.
Yeah, but it is the chaos, bro. But it's the same with Garnacho. If you look at him for us, the reason why he gets loads of these 1v1s that he misses is because he runs that way more than other players. That's all. It's not because he's better. It's not because he's smarter. He just makes that straight run more. That's all it is. It's not about being better. Like, he's not smart, bro. But in football, if you keep gambling, like Darwin Núñez, if you keep gambling, you will get these chances.
That's the problem. That's the point that I'm making, though. Jackson doesn't keep gambling. That's the problem that I've got with him. Because if he gambled more, he would score more, right? Even though he misses all these chances.
I think he's just not a very good finisher, bro.
He's not a good finisher, and his movement in the box is not good. It's not good, bro. He's learning on the job. He's not a natural. It's not
good in the box. It's his movement outside the box which makes him dangerous. In the box, his movement is not good.
Yeah, no, I agree. Outside of the
his
box,
movement outside of the box is what gets him the chances done. This is what I'm trying to say to you.
Yeah, man. Listen, with Jackson, I've spoken about this guy many times here when it comes to playing against low blocks. He struggles because his movement in the box just ain't there, right? And that's why I kept saying, against these low blocks, we need to try a different profile. Maybe play a Mark Gill, right? Jackson, that sort of profile, they thrive when they've got a lot of space to run into, like what you're saying. When you're outside the box and you've got all this space to run into, Jackson is good at that. But when it comes to you've got no space and you now need to make something happen in the box, the movement needs to be a little bit smarter, a little bit sharper. He's not that guy. He's not that guy, bro. You know what I mean? And that's the point that I'm making, right? But anyway, going back to Enzo, the pass to Delap wasn't the best example to give when it comes to chances created, right? But there's bro. I keep sending you many
bro.
things,
Listen. We're not gonna agree on Enzo, and that's fine. As long as you're happy with him, then I'm happy for you, innit?
Don't do that.
I'm happy for you.
I am happy with him.
I just think that your team are gonna struggle to score goals this season if you don't upgrade in the quality in the final ball, innit? And I don't think you have enough quality.
Listen,
I believe, us signing Cunha and Mbumo, upgrades our final ball quality, way more than your final ball quality.
Nah, your rants, bro. What's going on here, man? Enzo and Palmer, what's going on? Do you know how many chances these guys were creating that were being missed? Like, I'm talking chances where you fucking score with your eyes closed. Enzo and Palmer didn't even get 10 assists, and you're saying that it's the quality of the ball that's the reason why.
No, they didn't get 10 assists because maybe you're just overrating the quality of the chances that these men are making. I don't know, brother.
You're not being fair, bro. One thing that you can't put down with Enzo is his passing. That's one of his main strengths, right? You could talk about his mobility as much as you want, all of that. When it comes to passing, he's one of the best passers, bro. And one of the best creators, like I told you. And he's going to keep creating, and you're going to keep hating, right? That's what helps me sleep at night, because I know that Enzo is not going to stop creating. Like I said to you before, he's a creative machine. Yeah,
I hear that.
He's a creative machine. Whether you like it or not, he's a creative machine. And he's got more IQ than Bruno as well, right? Don't compare him to Bruno. Don't call Enzo a spammer, because he's far from a spammer.
You know what it is, bro? Like, I don't even want to do this, but bro, you listen, man's disrespecting Bruno. You're disrespecting my captain now. So, this is what it is. You think that Enzo is going to outperform Bruno this season? Is that what you're telling me? Do you want to have a wager?
Yeah, I think he'll get more assists than that guy.
Do you want to have a wager?
You have a wager, yeah?
Brother, because, bro, Bruno's going to be playing deeper than Enzo, and I guarantee you he outperforms him this season.
Nah, he's not. He's not
doing
that.
No?
Enzo already played. I'm sure.
All right, cool.
I'm sure. So what we
no, because you like GA, innit? You like GA. So we're going to do the GA thing. We're going to do the GA thing, yeah?
Yeah.
For all the GA mutants. Who gets more GA this season, Enzo or Bruno?
GA.
Let's do it, bro. Let's do it. Let's do it right now, bro. Because you seem to think Enzo is something that he's not. You know them ones.
Let's do it, bro. Wait, hold on. No, you think he's something that he is. No, actually.
No, bro. I'm just saying, if you want to do it, bro, we can do it.
Hold on. You're trying to describe him as to be something that he's not. You're trying to call him just any guy, bro. The guy's got over 25 GA this season. The guy's got over 25 GA this season. Are we doing the bet, or are we not doing the bet? Oh, we're doing it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're doing it, bro.
All right, just a calm £50. A calm £50, yeah. Bruno gets more GA than Enzo Fernandez, bro. My Fernandez wins.
Locked in.
My Fernandez wins, okay?
Locked in.
We're not doing this.
Locked in. And the thing is, you see what your agenda's doing? Your agenda's making you do crazy stuff because you don't even like Bruno. But now
but I know what he is though.
Now you're putting money on
I cannot like someone and know what they are. You don't know what this guy is.
I do know what he is. I do know what he is.
Find out at the end of the season.
I do know what he is.
You're gonna find out when Mbeumo and Cunha are mashing work. Furthermore, yeah, them two might score more than your striker. How about that? I'll be real. This is how crazy it's looking right now. I can't lie. Cunha and Mbeumo might get more goals than Delap.
And you know, the thing is, you know what don't help you though? Bruno is going to be further away from the goal. That's one thing that's not helping you.
Exactly. And he's still going to get more GA than Enzo. This is what I'm trying to say to you.
Stand by that,
I even told you he's going to be playing in a double pivot and you'll still get more.
We'll see about that, bro. We'll see about that because you're talking about a guy that just finished the season with over 25 GA. So good luck. You know what I mean? Good luck to your boy. Yeah, you've just given me a pinky for free. In fact, you know what I mean?
No, bro. Bruno wins this, mate.
We'll see about that then. We'll see about that.
Do you know what I'm
we'll
saying?
See about that.
Hey, you lot, make sure that you subscribe to Don's channel. The link is in the chat. We're redirecting to Blue Diaries, man. Let them know what's coming up, man. Big up the chat, man. It's been lit, man.
Big up the chat, man. Big up the chat. But listen, got Blue Diaries coming up now, people. We're gonna get into things a little bit more. This is going to be a Chelsea thing as well, so we're not going to keep getting hate. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, no, listen, Dave can clip it, bro. I've got it locked in. I think he'll get more GA than this guy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we've got a lot of content coming this week. Thursday, I should be going live again. I'm going to do a video for Gittins and Pedro as well. I'll put them out individually. But yeah, a lot of content coming, man. But yeah, big up the chat, man. It's been fun. It's been fun, bro.
Yeah, trust me, big up the chat, man. Do you know what I mean? I know you lot are loving the show, man. So now, big up for the support, man. Nearly 1,200 in here, so. Yeah, man. It's lit. Big up everyone inside. Rants Reacts is scheduled for 9 o'clock.
Hold on.
Tonight, people.
Hold on. Someone made a good point here, right? Yeah. Because your agenda with Enzo Fernandez is the creativity, right?
Yes.
Are we doing goals and assists, or are we just doing assists? Because Bruno takes your
but we're doing both, mate. You know the way that. Hey, listen.
Bruno takes your pen.
But yes, he does.
Yeah, so are we locking?
That's not my brother. I'll be real, yeah. That's not my problem, Don.
No, we're doing this. Let me even lock in front of all these witnesses. I'm locking in front of all these witnesses, yeah. I'm locking in front of all these witnesses. We're doing non-penalty. We are doing non-penalty goals and assists. That's what we're doing. I'm telling you from now. Because I know what you're like. I know what you're like. You try to get off for the technicality.
This is not my problem. I said GA, bro. I asked you.
Nah, I'm telling you now. We're locking in.
Guys, I asked him.
The goals have to be non-penalty goals. I'm telling you now.
I asked the guy, you know.
I'm telling you now. Nah, bro. I'm telling you now. They have to be non-penalty goals. They have to be non-penalty goals.
I said GA. Man can't be changing you can't be changing the stipulations.
Nah, I don't care because, bro, that's not fair. That's not fair. If Bruno's taking the penalties.
We'll tell Enzo to take penalties then. Because, bro, how many penalties are we going to get, bro? Like,
you might get a lot. You might get a lot now with Cunha. You might get a lot now with Mbeumo.
We finished 15th, mate. Do you know what I mean? Listen.
Enzo don't take our pens.
I'm just saying, innit? You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, pens don't matter. You signed fucking João Pedro. Didn't he score like 15 pens last season, bro?
Nah. I never said pens don't matter, right?
Hey, but so what we doing, guys?
Hold on. I want to judge them what they do in open play. Yeah, I want to judge them with what they do in open play, and then we'll go from there, blood. You know what I'm trying to say? That's the best way. This Bruno guy could score 4 goals, and then he could score another 5 goals that are penalties, and you'll be telling me, I scored more goals than Enzo. But Enzo didn't take any penalties for us.
I hear that, but that's not my problem, bro. Listen, I don't make the rules, bro. I'll be honest.
Now, I'm telling you the rule now.
Penalties are goals, bro.
I'm telling you now, innit? I'm telling you now.
Penalties are goals.
Fuck it. You know what? Add the pens in there. Fuck it. Add the pens in there. Fuck it. That's gonna even make it.
I think Bruno's GA was like 3 times Enzo's last season anyway. So even without the pens, I'll probably still beat you. However, you know what I'm saying? Bro, his GA was like nearly 60 or something like that last season. Bro, he got bare Bandulu assists, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
how many assists did he get in the Prem? How many assists did he get in the Prem?
I have no idea, bro. Do you know what I mean? How many assists did Bruno get in the Prem last season, guys? You know what I'm saying? They'll be able to tell you. And then put Enzo's in the chat. And let's see.
Yeah, look, how you arguing? People are saying it, bro. How you arguing creativity, yeah, and including pens,
brother? Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
They're both spammers. I already said this, though.
Nah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Brother, how many assists? He got 10 he got 10 assists in the Prem alone. How many did Enzo get?
He got how many?
You got 10.
Yeah. Enzo got 3 less, but he created more chances than him.
But fuck how many chances he created, bro. We finished 15th and he still got more assists than man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because bro, you had someone that converted them. Clearly, we didn't.
Brother,
that's the
he
point
got
here.
10
Enzo,
assists
you
in
wait
the
and see
Premier
Enzo.
League, bro.
Hold on, you wait and see Enzo and Delap's fucking link up play. You wait and see, blood.
Well, if you're so confident, then it don't matter, innit?
Yeah, bro, lock it in. We're locked in anyway. I got to cut people, man.
Right, that's it, brother. Listen,
Bruno's the best creator. No, he doesn't.
Hey,
no, he
Bruno's
doesn't,
winning this, by the way.
No, he doesn't. He didn't create more chances than Enzo last year, bro.
Bruno's winning this anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's all right. I mean? My £50 and that man order some jollof, bruv. Yeah.
I told you man already. There's only 5 players in the world that created more chances than Enzo, bruv. Only 5 others in the world.
Oh, bruv, I'll never forget that stat because that's when you started talking about Pedri and Fabregas and that. We're not gonna do that again. All right. So, people, you know what I'm saying? Make sure, innit? Make sure. And yeah, man said Rants just clarify that it's just the Prem. Bro, it doesn't have to. Yeah, actually, it has to be because we're not in Europe, so he would have played more games. So we're just doing Premier League.
Oh, so now you want to do that then? If you want to do that then?
No, because we're not in Europe, bro, and you was in that fucking conference league. You know
I've got you. You see, now I've got you. Because with that same logic, Enzo don't take our penalties. So you can't add them.
Brother, what are you talking about?
If you're saying I can't add Europe...
Brother, I'm saying in the same amount of games, and now you're trying to say, no, he's allowed to play more games because he don't take penalties. What are you talking about?
Look,
what are you talking about?
Rants, no, I've got you. You know I've got you. The Rants is the same.
Got shit, bro.
No, hold on. And now I'm saying the Rants is the same. See, it's so hot. It's too hot, people, man.
Brother, no. All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do Premier League, FA Cup, and League Cup. No Europe because we're not in Europe. That's it.
All right. Say that. We're removing pens. Listen, we're removing pens.
Remove the European football. We're just doing domestic goals and assists.
We're removing pens. We're removing pens. Yeah? I don't care.
Brother, every Bruno goal this season, I'm celebrating.
The thing is, you might like to get the luck of the draw in these competitions. Yeah, you might like to get the luck of the draw.
Look at these excuses, bro. Bro, rub me my money now.
I'm negotiating. I'm a chief negotiator. These sporting directors at Chelsea, they need to learn something from me. See, I'm negotiating right now. I'm trying to negotiate the best deal.
Brother, rub me my money now, man.
I'm trying to negotiate the best deal, blood. The logic is the same. Hold on, Perez. The logic is the same because he's saying, you can't add Champions League because we're not in it, and I'm saying you can't add the penalties because Enzo don't take them. It's the same logic.
But it's the same game. He's still got the same 90 minutes to do something.
Regardless of that,
Bruno don't have the same 90 minutes in Europe because he's not in there.
Yeah, but Bruno might not do anything all game. Then he gets the penalties and he's added a goal to his tally, bro. It's the same thing.
Relax.
What do you mean relax? You don't even like Bruno. You're so shameless. You're so shameless.
No European football. Domestic goals and assists only.
All right, say that.
That's it. You lot, make sure you drop a Rants raid in Blue Diaries, people. Do you know what I mean? And I'll see you back here for Rants Reacts at 9 o'clock, people.